Hey there, welcome to your spelling lesson for today, Thursday, October 22nd. Holy cow. October is just rolling on by, guys. By the time we get back together, it's going to be November. And then before we know it, it's going to be December. And then before we know it, it's going to be January. These months are just rolling. All right. You guys are doing such a great job. Keep it up. So this is going to be a real quick lesson because spelling, remember in class we really don't usually do too much for the lessons other than the first day. Or a pretest or a test, but we don't have a pretest or a test today. Remember, you do have a test tomorrow. Your spelling contract is also due tomorrow. Don't forget about that. If you're turning in work as you're completing it, then great. I look forward to seeing it. If not, hold on to it. Don't lose it. If you lose it, I can't give you credit, right? You have to be responsible. So today I'm just going to go over the directions for workbook page 29, which is the last one for list 7. I'm also going to grade this when we get back to class. So if it's not done, you get it all wrong. Don't forget that. But I know that sometimes we struggle with especially this dictionary page because there's some concepts that are a little bit challenging on it. So let's go over it. So I'm on list 7, workbook page 29, dictionary skills. Now let's look at the definitions. Start at the top. The meaning of a word is called the definition, right? We know that. If I asked for the definition of llama, the dictionary might say something like an animal that is large and spits on people. Probably a little bit more detailed, but it means the meaning of the word, right? Definition. When an entry word has more than one meaning, the definitions are numbered. So for words like, let's see, what's a word that has multiple meanings? I'm looking around to see if I have. How about polish? I have nail polish in front of me. Polish, right? Polish could be talking about a material that you put on your nails. Polish could also be an action when you're polishing something to make it shine, right? That's a word that has multiple definitions. It can mean two things, all right? So when a word has two or more definitions, they're numbered underneath the word. So look at compare in the example that they've given you. Compare has two definitions. The first one, number 1, says to say that something is similar, to compare something that's similar, right? Number 2, second definition, to examine the differences and similarities of two or more people, places, or things, all right? Look at control. There's 2 on this one too. Control can mean to have authority over, direct command, or it can mean to hold in check, to restrain, right? I can say I control my dog when he's on a walk, and that would be probably the second one, to hold in, to check, to restrain. Or I could say the remote can, or no, what would I say? Something like a radio controller has control over the radio, right? To have authority over. 2 definitions. Now they do this again for course, which has 3 definitions. The direction taken by someone or something, course. An area of land or water where races or other sports events take place, a golf course. Or part of a meal, like which course is dinner, right? And then crayon is just one, right? There's only one definition of crayon, a stick of colored wax or chalk used for drawing or coloring. Now, here's what you're going to do. You're going to use the sample dictionary entry above, what we just read that listed compare, control, course, and crayon, to complete the page. Write the number of definitions given for each entry word. So how many definitions does compare have? Write the number. How many definitions does control have? Write the number. How many definitions does course have? Write the number. How many definitions does crayon have? Write the number. Easy peasy. Now, down below on the last part of this page, it says read each sentence, read the definitions for the underlined words. Again, you're using that definitions up top, right? They've given you all 4 of those words. You need to write the number of the definition that matches the way the word is used in the sentence. For instance, let's look at number 5. I'll do number 5 with you. The sentence says, my favorite course of the meal was the soup. It's asking you which definition is course in this context. So remember, course means The direction taken by someone or something. Is that what they're talking about with the sentence? Favorite course, path? No, that's not it. Course also means an area of land or water where races or other sports events take place. Is that what it's talking about? My favorite course of the meal? No, it has to be number 3, right? It says part of a meal. So that's the course that it's talking about. You're going to put a 3 in the blank for number 5. Now for 6, 7, and 8, you need to figure out which number in the definition goes with the context that the sentence is talking about. Okay? All right, that's it for spelling. Once you finish this page, you're done. Don't forget spelling contract and studying for that test. We have a test tomorrow, okay? I'm going to do it just like I did the pre-test yesterday, where I'm going to have you number your paper. We're going to go through quickly. You're going to write down the words and the sentences. The only difference is I'm not going to tell you the answers. You're just going to turn in your paper when you turn in work, or you're going to scan it and email it to me. Either one is fine, okay? So be studying tonight so you knock that one right out of the park. All right? All right, guys, I hope you have a good rest of your day if this is your last lesson. And if not, I will see you in a future lesson. Goodbye.